Top 5 Best Smartwatches. Number 5. Skagen Hybrid HR Jorn. I love wearing the Skagen Jorn, which is what matters most with a watch. The round design and mechanical hands make it very much like a traditional timepiece, but I can immediately see my heart rate data, step count, and the weather on the e-ink screen. You can control music playback, and the companion app lets you choose which apps you'll get notification alerts from. The whole thing lasts well over a week on a single charge. You can use it to track workouts, but I wouldn't rely on it, as activity tracking isn't very accurate. E-ink screens just aren't suited for this. It can also monitor sleep, but I didn't find that feature helpful. The Jorn tries to do too much, and the interface is clunky, but it's a good watch if you like the look and want very simple health data alongside basic notification alerts. Coming in number 4. Mobvoi Ticwatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. Mobvoi has been churning out smartwatches that run Google's Wear OS platform for years, and the latest Ticwatch Pro 3 Ultra shows this level of refinement. It doesn't have Google's newest Wear OS 3 version, but it is slated to get it sometime this year. Nevertheless, it does all the things I need. Scrolling through the interface is very smooth, with speedy app launches. I get timely notifications I can respond to or dismiss, and it does a surprisingly great job of tracking the most important health metrics, like SpO2, step count, 24/7 heart rate monitoring, and sleep. It's a bulky watch, so it's not for all wrists. Also, the design is a bit ordinary. I recommend swapping the 22mm strap for something more exciting. What makes this watch special is the dual-layer screen. Tap it and you'll be treated to a wonderful AMOLED, but when the screen goes into standby mode, it'll switch to a monochrome LCD panel that merely sips battery juice. That makes this one of the few full-featured smartwatches that can comfortably last 2 full days on a charge. Even if it dies, it switches on an essential mode that shows the time, plus heart rate, sleep tracking data, and step count, and this mode can last much longer. You'll rarely have a completely dead watch with nothing on the screen. Coming in number 3. Withings ScanWatch. Withings ScanWatch has nearly all the same functions as Garmin's Vivum of Sport, heart rate and sleep tracking, basic notifications, but it goes further with its FDA clearance for the blood oxygen and electrocardiogram measurements. The latter can be helpful to detect atrial fibrillation and irregular heartbeats, though you should always consult your physician if you're concerned about the results. This minimalist watch can go a whole month between charges. Who doesn't love that? The face is covered by sapphire glass, and the case is stainless steel, so it's durable and feels well built. What gives away its smart sensibilities is the OLED subdial, which is also one of the ScanWatch's biggest downsides. This screen is tiny. You'll be reading texts like the news ticker in New York's Times Square. It's better for quickly glancing at the date and your heart rate and step count. Coming in number 2. Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. Samsung's Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic are the first to use Google's Wear OS 3 instead of the company's homegrown Tizen operating system. This brings broader app support, making it one of the best options if you have an Android smartphone. Third-party apps are still trickling in since Samsung's switch to Wear OS, but recent updates have added apps like Google Assistant. Samsung managed to retain nearly the same interface and many features from its previous smartwatches, including a bright OLED screen, easy ways to respond to messages, smooth performance, and accurate health and fitness tracking. Unfortunately, the electrocardiogram and blood pressure monitoring features only work if you have a Samsung phone. Battery life is lackluster, with the smaller models lasting just a day. If your wrist can manage it, I recommend sizing up to get the more capable battery. The classic version of the watch is made of stainless steel instead of aluminum, and it has a mechanical rotating bezel around the screen for navigating the interface. It's nice, but not worth the upcharge. Coming in number 1. Apple Watch Series 7. The Apple Watch is the best smartwatch money can buy. It has the best operating system, watchOS, which is slick, with plenty of apps to help reduce the number of times you need to pull out your phone. The Series 7 has a larger and brighter screen, faster charging, improved resistance to water and dust, and the ability to automatically detect when you've hopped on an e-bike so it can properly log that activity. The bigger screen means you can use a full-screen keyboard for swipe typing short messages. The health features haven't changed much since the last version, though they're set to improve with the upcoming watchOS 9 update later this fall. There's a sensor to measure oxygen saturation in the blood, helpful for athletes training at altitude or anyone with an underlying health condition, and the FDA-cleared electrocardiogram sensor. Unfortunately, battery life is still mediocre. You'll need to charge it in the evening if you want to track your sleep, especially if you used the watch to track a workout during the day. Check out our best Apple Watch accessories guide for all the extras.